Am I wrong for exposing my sister at her own baby shower? I know how bad that sounds. Trust me, if you'd asked me 6 months ago whether I'd ever intentionally ruin someone's baby shower, I would have said absolutely not. Especially not my own sister's. But after everything she'd done, after every lie, every betrayal, every time she smiled to my face while quietly tearing my life apart, I honestly don't know if I regret it. My parents certainly think I should. Half my extended family won't speak to me anymore. Even my husband says I picked the worst possible moment. Maybe he's right. But here's the thing. That wasn't just a baby shower. It was the grand finale of nearly 15 years of lies. My older sister, Olivia, has always had a strange relationship with attention. She didn't just enjoy being the center of it. She needed it. Birthdays somehow became about her. Graduations somehow became about her. Even at my wedding, she somehow managed to announce she'd bought a new house during the speeches. People laughed. I laughed too. But inside, I was exhausted. Growing up, she copied everything I did. When I learned guitar, she suddenly wanted lessons. When I dyed my hair, she did it the next week. When I opened my own event planning business, guess who became an event planner 6 months later? Only somehow. She became the successful one. I spent years building my business from scratch. Late nights, weekend weddings, holiday events. Every dollar I earned went straight back into the company. Meanwhile, Olivia had a habit of borrowing things. Ideas, suppliers, clients. She'd casually ask who printed my invitations, which florist I recommended, which photographer I trusted. At first I thought we were helping each other. Then my bookings started disappearing. Clients I'd quoted suddenly stopped replying. A month later I'd see photos online, and Olivia had somehow booked them. Coincidence? Maybe. At least that's what I kept telling myself. Everything changed when one of my clients accidentally sent me the wrong email. It wasn't meant for me. It was meant for Olivia. Inside was a message saying, "Thanks for warning us that Emily was unreliable. We're relieved we chose you instead." Emily. Me. I stared at the screen for nearly 5 minutes. Warning them? About what? I called the client. She went quiet. Then admitted Olivia had privately contacted her after receiving my quote. Apparently my own sister told potential clients I constantly cancelled weddings, that I overcharged, that I'd nearly ruined multiple events. None of it was true. And it worked. Over the next year I estimated I'd lost nearly $40,000 worth of bookings. I confronted Olivia. She laughed. Actually laughed. Then said, "Business is business." Business. She was talking about destroying my livelihood like she'd stolen the last biscuit. I wanted to scream. Instead, I walked away. I stopped sharing information. Stopped recommending suppliers. Stopped discussing work entirely. Eventually my business recovered. Life moved on. Or so I thought. Then Olivia announced she was pregnant. The whole family was thrilled. Mum cried. Dad started building a nursery. Everyone focused on the baby. I genuinely tried to be happy for her. Then came. One afternoon one of my oldest employees asked if I'd secretly started working under Olivia. Confused, I asked what she meant. She showed me Olivia's Instagram. Thousands of followers. Beautiful weddings. Luxury events. Happy couples. Except, those weren't Olivia's events. They were mine. Photos from weddings I'd organized. Decorations I'd designed. Entire albums copied directly from my website. Even testimonials. She'd cropped out my watermark. Changed the logo. And uploaded everything as if she'd created it herself. I honestly felt sick. This wasn't copying anymore. This was theft. When I threatened legal action she begged me not to. She said becoming a mother had been expensive. She needed the business. Then she promised she'd remove everything. I believed her. Again. Big mistake. 3 months later, I discovered she hadn't removed anything. Instead, she'd blocked me. Everyone else could still see it. That's when I finally stopped protecting her. I hired a lawyer. Collected evidence. Screenshots. Archived pages. Client statements. I was ready. But before I filed anything, Mum begged me to wait. Please. Not before the baby shower. She wanted one happy family day. Just one. Against my better judgment. I agreed. The baby shower was enormous. Nearly 70 guests. Family. Friends. Business contacts. Even several local wedding vendors. Halfway through the afternoon Olivia stood up to thank everyone. Then she said something that changed everything. She thanked everyone for supporting her journey building one of the fastest growing event businesses in the city. People applauded. She kept talking. She described late nights. Hard work. Sacrifice. Everything she described was my life. Word for word. Even stories I told her privately. Something inside me snapped. I walked to the front. Took the microphone. And said, "I'm so glad you mentioned your business." The room went silent. I connected my phone to the TV that was already showing baby photos. Then, one by one, I displayed screenshots. My website. Her website. My photos. Her copied photos. Emails. Messages. Client statements. Dates. Everything. Nobody said a word. Her face went white. She tried saying I'd given her permission. I opened another email, where she'd literally thanked someone for helping hide what she'd copied. Then one of the wedding vendors quietly said, "I thought those centerpieces looked familiar." Another added, "So did I." Within minutes, the room completely turned. Olivia burst into tears. Ran out. My mother started crying too. Dad simply sat there staring at the floor. The baby shower ended almost immediately. The karma came quicker than I expected. Within weeks several venues removed Olivia from their preferred supplier lists. Wedding vendors stopped recommending her. Clients cancelled. Meanwhile, my business exploded. People respected that I'd finally defended myself. Several former clients even came back. Ironically, exposing her became the best advertising I'd never planned. But here's why I still wonder if I crossed the line. I could have waited. I could have done it privately. I chose that moment because I knew it had hurt the most. Because after 15 years, I wanted everyone to finally see who she really was. So, tell me honestly, am I wrong?